Okay, it is time for episode 10 of Death Note. We got to figure out what L's up to, Jar. Jared, man, too much happened in episode 9. Things took a complete 180.
Yeah.
And we need to find out how this is going to transpire.
Yeah, I want to see how far L is willing to take it.
Oh, he's got guts.
Yeah.
If he's willing to even take it this far already.
Yeah.
You think he can take it further?
Oh, Jordan. I mean, you might find these two eating dinner with Chief Yakami and the family. Yeah.
They might be bunk mates.
Yeah.
Chief Yagami might be moving a bunk bed into
Exactly.
Light's room pretty soon. All right, let's check this out, everybody. Episode number 10 of Death Note. This one is titled Doubt.
Let's go.
Here we go. He's playing tennis.
I never thought you'd ask me to play tennis as a way to get to know each other. Not at all. But when you first invited me to play, did you know how good I was?
Yes, I'll be fine though. It's been a while, but at one time I was actually the British junior champion.
Oh.
If I ask him if he's British, would he think I'm trying to find out more about him because I'm Kira? Well, can't hurt to try. Ryuga, were you raised in the UK?
I lived in England for about 5 years when I was younger, but save your breath. Nothing in that story would reveal Elle's true identity.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy, Jared. This guy.
Well, since it's our first match, why don't we just play a single set? First one to 6?
That's fine by me.
This is just a friendly game of tennis. Nothing more.
I think L's probably good, Jor.
It won't determine if it is Kira, but I know Kira hates to lose.
Look,
He hates
look,
to lose.
look,
That's
look.
why he's... Oh,
What
he's
the-
good, all right. Hey, he wasn't lying about what he said about his history, Jared, with tennis.
Whoa, Ryuga.
Look. Whoa.
15 love.
Whoa.
Oh, Ryuga. You sure don't mess around.
He who strikes first wins.
What do you mean you're not at liberty to say? I'm
Hey.
sorry, sir.
He knows that Kira doesn't like to lose.
There you go.
That's the whole point of this, Jared.
There you go. You can't hide competitive spirit.
Yeah. That's the whole point. This
Yeah.
is like step 1 out of 100.
Yeah.
Play tennis.
Yeah.
We're under orders from L.
You sure don't mess around.
He who strikes first wins.
Oh.
What do you mean you're not at liberty to say? I'm very sorry, sir. We're under orders from L not to discuss the case with anyone, including you. I'm not asking for details here, just what you're doing and where. I'm very sorry, sir.
So he must know. Chief Yagami.
You know, Yagami, it's been 4 months since this case came to the public's attention, and they want results. People are saying that the NPA is incompetent, that L is incompetent.
With all due respect, sir, the rest of the department runs away with their tails between their legs, and we're incompetent? Do you have any idea how many people are left at Task Force headquarters these days? If you're concerned with public opinion, then you'll want to suppress the fact that most of our detectives would rather let a serial killer roam free than risk their lives.
Please excuse me. Yagami, what about this L character? Can he be trusted?
In my opinion, he's a lot more capable than we are. Right now, even as we speak, he's risking his life.
Exactly. Look at everybody lined up, Jared.
Are these two really?
He said he's risking his life. Does Chief Yakami know what he's doing?
Oh, I assume that Chief Yagami knows what he's doing.
Oh, wow.
I assume.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to know how he feels about that.
Great point.
Right?
Amateurs? Who are they anyway?
I think their names are Light Yagami and Hideki Ryuga. These are the same two guys who scored perfect on the exam.
Relax, Light. While it's true that Kira hates losing, it's also true that most people would rather win than lose. It's human
Human nature. Yeah.
Is he going to think that I'm Kira if I go for the win? I suppose I could just lose on purpose, but if I do, it could work against me. Since
Everything.
I expect Kira to want to win, he might also expect me to throw the match to avoid the finish.
I mean, Jared,
I don't see any way that he can profile me based on a tennis match. So
that's kind of
I
true.
have to assume he has some other goal in mind. Either way, I'm not going to let him.
Oh.
Look at that. He's going for the win.
That's 4 games all. Light Yagami to serve.
And just like that, we've got an umpire and a line judge.
Yeah, where did the umpire and line judge come from?
I thought I'd heard the name Light Yagami somewhere before, so I checked. He was the 0203 junior high tennis champion. Apparently, during the third-year awards ceremony, he announced that he was hanging up his racket. And I guess he hasn't played competitively since.
Hey, what about my Ryuga? Don't tell me you haven't noticed him holding his own against this former junior high champ.
That's the same girl from the ceremony. Yeah.
I'm already in your head.
There's no way this tennis match will deepen our friendship. This is a token gesture, an elaborate act we'll go through so we can say we're closer.
Because I wanted to play tennis with you, you'll assume that I'm preparing to take a step closer, laying the groundwork to get to know you better.
And then you're going to try and trap me by getting me to say something that only Kira would know.
I'm sure you'll tell me you need to know if you can trust me first. And of course, the only way to win your trust will be to share what I know about Kira.
If you want me to discuss Kira with you, it only
Crazy.
makes sense that I'd want to ask for proof that you are in charge of the investigation. And more importantly, that you are really ill as you say you are.
So it goes without saying that the first thing you're going to want from me is...
Some kind of confirmation from a third party that you
Oh,
are
his father.
His father.
means.
We'll have to go to task force headquarters.
In all things, one cannot win with defense alone. To win, you must attack.
Light's got him. He's got him.
Game and set. Won by Light Yagami.
Wow.
6 games to 4.
If this foreshadows anything to come, Jared.
Yeah.
Hold up, man. That right there was no regular tennis match. That right there, they were speaking to each other
Yeah.
telepathically.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
They're second guessing everything, especially
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wouldn't Light's solution simply be to just not really hang out with L when L asks? Right? I don't know. It's a tricky dance he's playing, because anytime like he plays tennis or does something with L, I mean, he could make one mistake and it could cost him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He doesn't know 100% for certainty that this is L.
True.
Great questions, Jared.
It looks like they're about to go to task force headquarters, Troy.
Won by Light Yagami. 6 games to 4.
Just as I expected, you beat me.
It's been a while since I had to play that hard. I'm feeling kind of thirsty. Plus, there's something I wanted to ask you about. You want to go somewhere for a drink?
You humored me with the tennis match. The least I can do is answer some of your questions. But before this conversation goes any further, there's something I must tell you.
Here we go. Yet again.
I suspect that you, Light Yagami, are in fact Kira.
This guy.
Now, if you still want to ask me something, then please go ahead.
Another high pressure situation for him.
What's he gonna do?
You think I'm Kira?
Well, when I say I suspect you, it's only a 1% possibility.
One?
boy.
That aside, I don't mind telling you that once I'm sure you aren't Kira, and I can verify that your deductive skills are as strong as I think they are, I'd like nothing more than to have you work with me on this investigation.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
1%, huh? That was well worded. Because no matter how little he says he suspects me,
Yeah.
it means he has grounds to prevent me from meeting anyone on the task force. It's quite the preemptive move on his part. Got me. This coffee shop is one of my favorites in the area, and if we sit here, there's no chance of anyone overhearing us.
Really?
Thanks for showing me this place. I can see why you like it.
Not to mention, we're so out of the way here, no one's gonna give you a hard time about the way you sit.
I
Yeah.
don't sit like this because I want to. I have to sit like this. You see, if I were to sit normally, my deductive skills would immediately be reduced by roughly.
Oh,
So, what was it you wanted to ask me?
look at how many
I'm
creamers.
Sure I can wait until you're convinced that I'm not Kira. So please, let's talk about whatever you want to.
You're under no obligation to do this, but would you mind submitting yourself to a test of your deductive reasoning skills?
Ooh.
Sure, why not? Sounds like fun.
All right, then. We can begin by taking a look at these. Photographs of 3 notes written by prison inmates while under Kira's control just
Jared.
prior to their deaths. None of this information has been made public. You can take as long as you want to look them over. Please let me know what you think.
Very interesting. Come on. This
Look at
is
the eyes.
There's a print number on the back of each of these photographs. If I ignored this fact and was still able to come up with the phrase, "El, do you know, gods of death love apples," what would that mean? Clearly, if I read it the way Kira intended on the first attempt,
Crazy.
it would look more suspicious. But the fact that I'm able to solve this silly code isn't enough on its own to prove that I'm Kira. It would be quite amazing to learn that not only could Kira kill others, but could also control his victims' actions. I think Kira wrote these, and it seems he's encoded a message for you as well, almost as if he's mocking you. If you line these notes up side by side and take a look at the first letter of every line, it reveals a message. Rearranging it like this gives you L, do you know? Gods of death love apples. But there are obvious print numbers on the back of all these photographs. Arrange it in that order, we get L, do you know? Love apples, gods of death. That doesn't sound right. And based on that, it's hard to believe that Kira would have wanted you to read it this way.
That's incorrect. The thing is, there were actually 4 photographs. When we add this one, it reads, L, do you know? Gods of death who love apples have red hands.
Wait, what?
Fake. I never made any criminal right this fourth.
Oh.
Stupid. But seeing as I only had 3 photographs to work with, my deduction was perfect.
No, it wasn't. The truth is, there were 4 of them.
Jordan.
Figured that out, it would have been perfect. Even though you knew the message was incomplete, you decided that there were only 3 notes. You never even considered that there were. What do you make of that?
Damn him. This wasn't just about gauging my deductive reasoning skills. He wanted to see what my reaction would be. If I keep falling for his tricks, I'll be playing right into his hands.
Yeah.
Well, you got me there. I didn't think of that. In any case, the likelihood this message will lead you to Kira is not very great. Besides, we all know gods of death don't exist.
If you were me, faced with someone who might be Kira, how would you go about establishing this person's innocence or guilt? You
Great
would be
question.
Absolutely sure.
Great question.
Probably try to get him to say something that was never made public in any way. Something that only Kira could know.
Oh.
Kinda like what you were doing just now.
Truly amazing. What's incredible is that I've asked countless detectives that same question, and it took most of them minutes to even come up with an
Wow.
answer. But you immediately thought of a scenario in which Kira is speaking directly to the investigator. I'm impressed. You'll make a fine detective, Light.
But it's a bit of a double-edged sword. The more impressive my answers, the more of a suspect I become.
It's about 3% now.
Oh, snap.
However, it's made me that much more determined to work with you on this investigation. You see, I'm in a position where even if you are Kira, it would still be to my benefit to have you working alongside us. Why you say that?
If I cooperate with you, there's a chance I can help the investigation to move forward. And if I'm Kira, I might reveal myself. In other words, whether I'm Kira or not, you stand to gain either way. It's a very smart move on your part. But I think you might be getting the wrong idea. It's true that I do have an interest in the Kira case, and yes, detective work is a hobby of mine. But I know that I'm not Kira, and I certainly don't want to be killed by him.
Oh.
Besides, what proof have you been able to give me that you yourself aren't Kira?
Oh.
I mean, it hardly seems fair for just one of us to be investigated, wouldn't you say? At this point, neither of us can prove that we're not Kira. However, if you are in fact L, I don't imagine it would be that hard for you to prove it to me. I think I'd be convinced if, say, my father or someone else from the task force headquarters was able to confirm your identity.
All right.
If you can't do that, then I'm afraid I just won't be able to help you.
You sure talk a lot, don't you, Light? Typical for someone who hates losing. think that's 7%.
Oh,
Oh,
snap. We're
uh-oh.
up to 7. We're up to 7.
I don't remember saying you couldn't meet anyone from Task Force headquarters to verify my identity. I'm currently working alongside your father, as well as several other senior detectives from the MPA. Now, if I understand you correctly, and I take you to Task Force headquarters, you'll help us with the investigation. Am I safe in making this assumption?
Does this guy have a death wish? I
Hmm.
don't understand. What's he thinking?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, there goes mine.
Yes?
Ryuzaki, I have some bad news.
Light, your father is...
Light, it's you.
What?
My father. He had a heart attack.
No, that's not real. That can't be real. Is this a ploy? That has to be a ploy. Talk to me, Jer. We don't...
Not a clue. No idea. Your father is dead? Or your father had a heart attack?
Do they say is first?
I believe she said is.
Your father is...
Oh,
Has.
Your father has had a heart attack.
Has.
My father. He had a heart.
Has. She didn't... we couldn't hear what the rest of the thing she was saying. Has.
I don't know what this is, Jor.
Let's find out, Jer.
Attack.
He had a heart attack.
Oh boy. All right, we have a note here. It says the specific scope of the condition for death is not known to the gods of death either. So you must examine and find out. All right. The specific scope of the condition for death is not known to the gods of death either. So you must examine and find out. So basically, just test it. I mean, that's what Light's been doing, right? Yeah.
One page taken from the death note, or even a fragment of the page, contains the full effects of the note.
No, we know that by now.
We found that out. All right, let's keep it moving.
Oh boy. It might be real, Jor.
Have them call home if you need me to bring anything.
He didn't die, though, it seems, right?
Take care of them, okay?
Yeah.
Did he really have a heart attack?
So the doctors think stress was the only cause?
Yeah. To be honest, I thought it was Kira when I first collapsed, but I'll be all right. It seems I've been pushing myself a bit too hard lately.
Indeed. It must have added to your stress knowing that Light is a suspect in this investigation.
You actually told my father that?
Yes. In fact, I've told him everything. It's true, he even knows that I am ill.
That's correct. This man is L. To protect his identity, we on the task force refer to him as Ryuzaki. But make no mistake, it's him.
This guy is the real L.
Oh boy.
My father wouldn't lie. The very same man who's been controlling the police up to this point. If I get rid of him and the rest of the investigative team... No, let's face it, it wouldn't be that simple. There's no need to rush. I have time to sit back and watch. But for now, I'm the light Yagami who's worried for his father.
For some reason, I don't believe that his father really had a heart attack.
Yeah.
How in that moment does he get a phone call saying your dad had a heart attack?
Oh.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, if they can find a way to get L on that stage and in that entrance ceremony, they can find a way to fake a heart attack.
Great point.
Maybe I'm reading into it too far, but what? This all seems too
convenient.
Like, what?
That's a good point.
What is he? Think about the situation we're in. We're in a hospital room.
Yeah.
With Chief Yagami.
Yeah.
You have a light Yagami and you have L, and they all know who each other is, except Kira.
And L walking around in a public hospital?
What?
Was this constructed?
Exactly.
I don't know. Let's find out.
And now they're saying Ryuzaki.
Yeah.
They're using that name for him?
Yeah.
In front of Light?
Yeah, it's all...
He's up to this point. If I get rid of him and the rest of the investigative team... No, let's face it, it wouldn't be that simple. There's no need to rush. I have time to sit back and watch. But for now, I'm the light Yagami Yagami who's worried for his father.
He's got to tell himself that.
Ryuzaki, now that you've had the chance to talk to my son, is he cleared as a suspect?
When I say I suspect him, you should know it's very minor. We've gone over this, but I'll explain it again. Not long ago, Kira killed 12 FBI agents who'd come to Japan to assist us. They were instructed to follow people connected to the Japanese police. One of these agents, Ray Pember, exhibited unusual behavior before he died.
I understand, and I was one of the people Ray Pember was investigating before he died. It only makes sense I'd be a suspect. Nope, to be more precise, there's no one else you could suspect.
I find Light's deductive powers quite impressive. He's always quick and to the point.
Ryuga, I'd like to help with the investigation. My father has erased any doubts I might have had regarding your true identity. Also, I'd like nothing more than to catch Kira so I can prove once and for all that I'm not him.
No, Light. This is a time in your life when you should be studying to become a police officer. It won't be too late to join us once you are done.
Come on, Dad, what are you talking about? Who knows how many years that'll take? Besides, don't you remember my promise? That if something ever happened to you, I would find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that my son could turn out to be Kira.
This doesn't seem like an act to me. Or if it is, it's too cheesy.
Light, listen to me. Kira is pure evil.
Oh.
Agree on that.
Oh boy.
Recently, I've started thinking of this whole situation in a different way. What is truly evil is the power to kill people. The person who has come to possess this kind of power is cursed.
Oh.
No matter how you use it, no true happiness can be obtained by that, not by killing other people.
Reverse
I think
psychology.
you're absolutely right. If Kira is just a normal person who somehow obtained this awful power, I would say that he's cursed.
Ryuzaki, I'm sorry for all this trouble, but I'll be back at work as soon as the doctors let me out of here.
Excuse me. Visiting hours were over 10 minutes ago.
What? Okay. Who's that? With Tori?
Ryuga, what would it take to get you to believe that I'm not Kira? Please, isn't there something?
If you aren't Kira, it won't be necessary. Let things run their course and the truth will be revealed.
I can't take this anymore. Put yourself in my position. How do you think it feels to be accused of being Kira?
It was one of the worst feelings ever.
What if you were to lock me up for a month in a place with no TV or any other kind of access to the outside world and keep a constant watch over me?
Because he already scheduled him.
Would
He
a
already
normal person be willing to go to such extreme measures to clear their name? That's no good.
he already
You can't
accounted
do
for it.
anything that would deprive you of basic human rights. And furthermore, it's complete nonsense for the investigator to take suggestions from his suspect.
I understand.
Yeah.
Don't worry so much. Be patient. It'll become apparent to us if you're not Kira. Listening to that conversation between you and your father, I was almost convinced you might not be him.
Almost.
Light, please take good care of Mr. Yagami.
Oh, one more thing. I know I agreed to help with the investigation, but I don't think I'll be able to do much until my father is healthy again.
Yes, of course. Well then.
Hideki Ryuga. Ryuzaki. He's the L I've been fighting this whole time. What is his real name?
There you Exactly.
Light Yagami. Are you not Kira?
So he's unsure at this Yeah. point.
I never once felt cursed since I picked up the Death Note. In fact, the thought never even crossed my mind. I'm happier than I've ever been.
Wow.
Thanks to this power, I'm going to create a perfect world.
Honestly, I could care less whether you feel cursed or happy to have a notebook. I leave that sentimental crap to you humans. But normally humans who come into contact with the Shinigami have nothing but misfortune.
Uh-oh.
That's interesting. But I have no intentions of repeating that pattern.
Well, I hope you're right about that.
What is this crap? Don't tell me this is your idea of a proposal. Listen, you people must think that just mentioning Kira's name is
Sad.
enough to get us the ratings we need, huh? Well, you're wrong. Our program gets the ratings because we cover the stories that the other stations won't touch.
The news? Yeah.
Leads. What I
folks won't talk, sir. It's been impossible to get details from them lately.
Idiot! I don't pay you to complain. If they won't give you anything, then get creative.
Mr. Demagawa, sir, this is for you.
What is it? So who is this from?
Kira?
Now this is more like it. This is what I call a story.
Oh boy.
It's almost too good to be true. A message to the world
From Kira. There you go.
Do not broadcast these tapes. I will kill your company's board of directors one by one. Who wouldn't air these? If this is for real, our ratings are going to go through the roof. Holy crap! I'm so excited I feel like I'm having a heart attack here.
Come on, man.
Jordan.
You can't leave us there.
Oh my. What are your thoughts, man?
I don't know what to think anymore. This has divulged into another. Can you even call this an arc? What is this, Jared? This is like. This feels like a completely different show, or like season 4 of the same show.
Yeah,
the way things.
It feels like a plot within a plot.
Yeah.
Right. The end here with Mr. Demagawa.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great critique in a way of society.
If it bleeds, it leads.
If it bleeds, it leads. I mean, that's happening in the real world today.
Oh yeah, every day,
right? The dopamine that these media executives feel when they, receive a story that will get crazy ratings but may harm the public or may be harmful to other people.
Yeah.
I just have a few things, Jordan.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Where's the other Shinigami? Right? He said he was going down.
Jared, great questions. He might be on his way.
On his way, maybe. Where's he at?
Yeah.
And the last thing, what's the title of this, of chapter 10, Jordan?
Doubt.
Doubt. L has doubt.
He does.
That is very important because up until this point, we have seen L just look so confident in every decision he has made. Right? And to see his internal dialogue and to hear it, he literally has doubt. And that's sort of, I don't know. It rubs me a certain way.
Yeah.
Like I've, up until this episode, I've seen L as having the upper edge against Light, Kira. But I feel like the power balance has neutralized.
Oh, so you feel it's neutralized?
I do.
Do you feel it's shifted in one direction or the other? Up to this point, you feel like L was the one who was...
Yeah. Leading the charge. I feel like Light has done a good job so far of covering himself.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer he'll be able to do it. But worst comes to worst, he's got the option to take the eyes, right? Now that he's confirmed that it really is L.
Great points. Great questions, great points. I have a question for you.
All right.
Do you think that the heart attack was real? Does that not matter? I don't know why I'm so stuck on it.
Yeah.
Does it not matter? It seems like... Well, go ahead. Do you think it was real?
At first I did. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Right? Heart attacks. This is the first time we're hearing of a heart attack where somebody survived in this show.
Yeah, usually Light's the one inflicting heart attacks on people.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay. I mean, nonetheless, whether it's real or not,
yeah,
it plays into the strategy here, right? It seems to be sort of taking Light away and working at his emotional capacity or whatever you want to call it, like touching a nerve.
Yep.
Because he truly cares about his father. He doesn't want him to die. And he knows the case is stressing his father out. I don't know. Maybe the heart attack will have an impact further down the road.
Yeah.
Regarding how things pan out. Jared, at the very end, both Chief Yagami, his father, and L agreed that if the ability to kill people just arrived in someone's hands,
yeah,
then they are cursed.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a major word going forward. Cursed. It felt like to me they were almost trying to play reverse psychology with Light.
Mm-hmm.
And say, like, listen, if that, so what were we up to? 7% now?
Yeah.
According to L. If by chance he is Kira, maybe we should change how we speak about this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Kira may not necessarily be just purely evil. He could be cursed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It might not fully be in his control. And that's the case here with
Exactly.
Ryu.
Exactly.
But Light was talking about how he feels happy.
Yeah.
At the end, he feels happy.
Yeah.
This is a crazy, crazy show. I didn't think things would speed up this quickly.
Yeah.
We're in it.
Yeah. And right now, Jordan, we're watching AOT.
Oh.
We're watching HAIKYUU.
Yeah.
And we're watching Death Note.
Yeah.
All very different shows. All incredibly riveting, and you literally feel like you're experiencing the emotions that all of these characters are experiencing. It is a crazy feeling, Jordan. Right? Literally 1 month ago, we began this anime journey. One month ago, we began this anime journey. And I can confidently say we have both learned a lot and felt more than we ever imagined.
You don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
I think that's what it comes down to.
That's it.
And now we know.
That's right.
Or at least we think we do. Because we still don't know shit.
Yeah.
We're watching 3. There's thousands. Yeah. What's next, people? After this show, we will be releasing a poll on our Patreon.
Oh, yes.
For you all to choose what we watch next.
Yes.
But first, onward we go. We will get down to the bottom of who is going to win this battle, Light or L. And I just want to know, whose side are you on? At this very moment.
Good question.
Episode 10. Are you Team L or are you Team Light?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments down below, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.
We love you. Do not forget, be kind.
And keep an open mind, everybody.
Peace.